Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be looking at the Toyota GR86 with the manual. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larch Miller Toyota here in Murray for giving me some time with this GR86. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 2.4 liter flat 4-cylinder that goes through a 6-speed manual. Fuel economy is 20 around town, 26 on the highway, with power outputs being 228 horsepower and then 184 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now I'm a big fan of the front end style of the 86. I think they did a really good job with the headlights. They look a little bit cartoonish, but that's kind of the theme with these entry-level sports cars. Got the Toyota logo front center, GR down below, and I think it melds kind of like playfulness and aggression pretty well, similar to the Miata. Tire and wheel setup is 215 by 40 by 18 in the front and also in the rear, so it's not actually a staggered setup. Makes tire swaps a lot easier. Anyways, the wheels are darker in coloration. You got Brembo brakes with this. You got the little red brake caliper to signify that. Got the little venting there on the side, and then I like the bodywork there on the side too. It's pretty nice. And the side profile on this is, again, it's cool looking. It's got kind of, this is more aggressive looking than the front end that looks a little bit more playful, but still cool. Now this leads us to the key fob. We've got the Toyota logo there as our little unlock function, which is kind of fun. And then you've got the opening for the trunk, and you have regular lock. And yeah, it's Subaru key fob obviously, but who cares? Anyways, storage space here in the trunk, I mean, it's not massive, but it's bigger than the Miata because that's the biggest competitor with this. And then you've got the little spoiler there, ducktail spoiler. And this is cool, the lights arc across. You got the GR86 badge. And I know I've mentioned Miata a lot. If you guys want me to do a comparison, I can. Let's try to figure something out. But anyways, there's the rear. Now popping up front, you can see you've got soft touch trim there, down below as well with nice stitching. Windows, they're automatic for the front too. And see the mirrors, they are heated. And then this is a 2+2. So you do have a bit of storage back here is what I'll call it. These are technically seats. They got seat belts and everything, but like, yeah, it's small, so they're storage. Now taking a look at the front seat. Again, you can see really nice trim all over. I like the stitching there on the side. Manually adjustable. And speaking of manual, 3-pedal layout, and the pedals look nice. And let's pop her on. Ooh. Toyota logo there on the steering wheel. GR down below. Got your little cruise control stock there. It does have adaptive cruise control, by the way. Volume controls as well. And then you get your regular stocks there on the back. And nice trim around the steering wheel too, by the way. Now here's the gauge cluster. Digital, it's a pretty cool unit. The fun party trick is if you pop it into the track mode, it'll change how the RPMs are displayed, makes it look a little bit more aggressive compared to the regular setting. The backup camera in reverse. Resolution is not as good as other modern Toyotas, but you know, it gets the job done. Anyways, as for the infotainment system, again, this is kind of like an aftermarket feeling and looking unit, but it does have physical controls, and so again, it just gets the job done. I like the physical climate control knobs and everything. This is pretty cool. Shifter for the manual, so it's a 6-speed manual. Reverse lockout's just up and over with it. Got a little parking brake there. It's nice that you still have a physical unit instead of a little like electronic pull tab. And then we've got our stability control and then your track mode. It's track stability right there. Heated seats with this. Cup holders here, so not like a real center console. It does have a glove box, unlike the Miata, so a little bit more practical on that standpoint. And then no center for anything like that. So here's a quick look at the window sticker for this. You can see most everything's actually standard equipment. This does have the performance package added to it. It's $1,500. $35,853 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it performs. Well, GR86. I only did a review on the Hakone edition for 25, so I figured some of you guys would want to see the quote-unquote regular 86. So here we are. Here we are. Man, I need to get used to the hot temperatures. It's, is it really 80 degrees today? There's no way. I'll check my phone app. I don't think it's 80 degrees. I think it's like in the 70s, but it feels like boilingly hot because my body's used to like 20, 30 degrees still. So it's kind of a weird feeling. I gotta get my body used to 115 again, because that's how hot it'll get in some of these parking lots in the summer, is 115 degrees. So
please say a command.
no, what is happening here? What is
Canceling.
weird? Oh, I love flat 4 cylinders and 6 cylinders, especially 6 cylinders, but flat 4 cylinders is still really cool. They just, in a sports car, they just make so much sense. They don't have a lot of low end, and so you really have to rev out the engine, which is what you want to do in a sports car. And so it kind of like eggs you on to rev it out. And the manual transmission with this, it's a really nice pairing. Seriously, it is a really nice pairing. And this has, for what it is, it's got a good low end. Like, it actually feels like it's got some torque. And you gotta remember, 184 pound-feet doesn't sound like a lot, but this is also a very small car. I mean, this thing weighs like maybe 3,000 pounds. Yeah, so the low end on this is more than adequate. It's quite impressive, actually. I like this. I like this a lot. Another stuff, the seats are tight, but they're comfortable. Now, you guys gotta remember, I'm 215 pounds right now, and I lift weights, so if you're like a, you know, scrawny little guy at 180 pounds, then these seats will feel perfectly fine. And yes, I'm gonna say that. If you're sub 200, what do the memes say? Sub 200, you're victim weight. I'm joking, but also not at the same time. Yeah, this is nice. It's really smooth through the gates. And the suspension dampening on this is actually pretty good. Like, this car handles well, but it also, I would say this is daily drivable. It's comfortable enough. Yeah, going over the bumps and everything, like, again, I understand it's not much, but it's not like you're gonna take this off-road or anything, and so manhole covers and stuff is about the, in train tracks is about the extent of what this will see in terms of rough riding. It's pretty easy to rev match with this too, because again, flat 4 cylinders and flat 6 cylinders are very, very rev happy. They're very blippable with the throttle. Okay. Yeah, not bad at all. It's very controllable. That's the thing that I like about this car. It's very controllable. And it's quick enough that it feels fun, it feels sporty, but it's not so fast that you're like, oh, breaking the law instantly, right? It's kind of like a Miata where you can have fun at lower speeds. So really well tuned with everything. I like it a lot. I think that affordable sports cars honestly make all the sense for sports cars, because here's the deal: you get the more expensive sports cars and they have so much power. Like, yeah, that's exciting, but also electric cars have now shown us that, like, straight line gets boring after a while. And it's also like, unless you're on a racetrack, you're gonna be breaking the law all the time. Whereas in this, you can have fun legally. And proof, I was having fun and there was a cop that drove by and didn't pull us over. So, right? It's a cool car. And I think affordable sport, like, if you're gonna, excuse me, if you're gonna get a sports car, I think go the affordable route. Because, like, you're not daily driving it, so, like, why have a, you know, $100,000, $200,000 paperweight that you use like 2 or 3 times a year? Doesn't make sense. So, like, this, you know, in the 30s, it's still a lot of money, but they're reliable for the most part and easy, you know, cheap to maintenance and everything. And so, if you're gonna have a paperweight, might as well have a $30,000 one instead of a $100,000 one. It's my 2 cents on that.